Hey, hey. Sorry. Just fangirling over my sunrise here. I'm having a bit of a think about that I want to share with you now. Performance conversations with team members because I think I honestly could spend all day, every day talking to business owners about performance conversations. It really is just a never-ending learning curve, I think, for business owners when it comes to having conversations that actually lead to high levels of performance. So I was having a conversation with a business owner yesterday, and her biggest challenge was she's got some really experienced team members. She's a hair salon owner, but she's got massive not retention, because they do tend to come back for clients, but she can't get her team members to book clients into their next appointment. Can't get them rebooked. And it's like fundamentally, some of these stylists do a great job. Like, she said there's no issue, like the clients love them. Their retention is over 80%. So a lot of the clients actually, there's not a client service issue here. The reason why people aren't booking their next appointment is not because they haven't enjoyed their service or they don't have a good relationship with their stylists. It's just literally because in the consultation process, there is a weakness around getting that commitment from clients to the plan, the journey, So I was talking to her about one stylist in particular who she says just gets so caught up in the actual service around the art, I suppose, of making somebody feel good, that it's like the home care prescription, the treatment plan or the service plan for hair, it just doesn't happen because that's kind of like, that's not in this stylist's mind. My belief is that this person has an understanding that the service is limited to the actual style or the whatever it is that he's doing technically with the client, right? There's a disconnect there in terms of understanding that a full service actually includes the client journey map as well as the home care prescription, right? It was so funny because I said to this client, is there any chance that this team member has issue with commitments themselves? And this is where it gets really interesting. She goes, it's funny that you say that because this team member makes a joke about the fact that they're known as a one-date wonder. They never go on any more than one date. And I'm like, okay, so what we actually have here is two things. One is that the team member doesn't see a full service as being related to, the home care prescription and the client journey as being part of the full service. That's one. They're just so immersed in the actual service itself that they've forgotten about those things. And two, because of their own internal blockages around commitment, they are projecting that unconsciously onto the client and not seeking that commitment from their own clients. Have you had that conversation with the team member? She's like, no, I haven't. And I'm like, well, that's the bottleneck. It's an internal projection of a fear of commitment from the team member that they are putting out into their client experience, and he's probably not even aware of the link. Do you feel comfortable in maybe raising that connection? She's like, absolutely, more than happy to have that conversation. So, the way your team members are performing is not void of their own internal barriers, blockages, traumas, experiences, attachment issues. Like, that all comes into play, right? And I'm not saying that you need to become a psychologist and treat them for all of these challenges, but you can help them draw the links. If you're noticing a pattern of behaviour that is really playing out in terms of their client experience, being able to help the team member really identify what that pattern is, because awareness is really the most important step to them being able to shift gears and maybe change the way that they're interacting with their clients, right? But if they're completely unaware, like this team member, I would say, is completely unaware of the fact that they have a fear of commitment that is then playing out with their clients. Because, you know, often when you ask this team member, which the business owner has, why aren't you rebooking these clients? You have amazing relationships and they are coming back, I don't get it. The response from the team member is, it just doesn't occur to me, or I forget, or I get so caught up doing this, that, and the other thing that it's just not something that I remember or is a priority, and I need to make it a priority. So she's getting really, the team member's saying the right things to her in terms of owning it and wanting it to be better, but unconsciously there's a block there that hasn't been identified that will continue to hold this team member back unless it's brought to their awareness. So, the question really is, what can you see as a pattern of behaviour that might be showing up in your team members' performance that could be linked to their own internal blockages, attachment, trauma, difficulties? And like I said, it's not to unpack the intricacies of some of that, but a question like, this might seem a little bit off kilter, but is there any chance that you've had issues committing to things in your life, whether it be, I know the other day you mentioned that, you're a one-date wonder, and then it's interesting because your clients don't commit to the next appointment. Like, how do you reckon that might be related? Do you think it might be related? Is it something that we need to explore here and something that's holding you back unconsciously from being able to serve these clients at the highest level that you possibly can? Fascinating stuff.